Emma came in the statement.
Yes. Yes.
Good morning, my lord.
Yes.
I confirm appearance on behalf of accused number 1.
Yes.
Good morning, my lord.
Mr. Mpela.
I confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 2.
Yes. Did you
The
prove?
witness was attending today so that the defense will have a word with the probation officers and any other issues that have to be attended in later. Same was attended to yesterday. I'm of the view that we are able to proceed.
Yes. Did you prove previous conditions?
I did not.
They don't have previous one. Yes. Ms. Rabe.
Thank you, my lord. My lord, I confirm that we have received the reports from the probation officer. With the court's permission, my lord, I would like to call the probation officer so that he can take us through the report.
Yes.
My lord, can I just check? Do you have the copy?
It's not complete, mine. There are missing pages.
I would like to hand it in, my lord.
So
So
now
that-
I'm excluded from the proceedings.
No, I'm handing it in to you so that you can have a copy.
Yes.
There are pages at the back are loose, my lord.
Yes. Nancy. Yes, you may take a seat if you like, Mbata, but please raise up your voice. People who are here are coming here to listen, so the person seated at the back must hear you when it's testifying. Yes. Yes. Accused number 1 was not interpreted for. Number 2, he wants interpretation, sometimes doesn't want interpretation. What is the position today?
My lord, my instruction said that she's going to read and interpret. So
I can't hear you, Mr. Mpela.
she's going to read and interpret.
Yes, do you confirm that Ms. Mahlangu, Mrs. Mahlangu, you want interpretation? Yes. Yes. So, Stswana.
Thank you, my lord. Mr. Mbata, you are the probation officer in this matter.
That's correct.
Where are you employed?
I'm employed by the social development. Department of Social Development here in Sweden.
As the what?
As the probation officer.
For how long have you been employed?
I was appointed by the department since 2019.
Since when?
Since 2019.
What are your qualifications, sir?
I have a bachelor in social work which I obtained in 2017 at the University of Johannesburg.
You have compiled the report, and can you please take us through this report?
Okay, starting from the...
Yeah, but first you have to confirm whether you signed the report.
Yes, sure, my lord. Did you sign the report?
Yes, I
yourself?
signed the report electronically.
And then,
Were you assisted when compiling this report?
Meaning,
Were you assisted? Because I see two signatures there. Ms. E. Bosch.
yes, that's my supervisor who analyzes the report.
So were you working together with her in the report?
Sorry?
Were you working with her when we were compiling this report?
I compiled the report and then it's her job to analyze the report and check for spelling errors and other things.
So you don't sit with her in consultations and other things?
No, I don't sit with them.
Yes.
thank you, my lord. Can you please take us through this report?
From page? From which page?
From page 3, from page 2.
Okay, that is number 3. That is introduction. Sibusiso Mahlangu was convicted of murder.
Is it what you intend doing?
No, I just want him to summarize it. Not
Yeah, but it's already.
I explained to you. Can you please summarize it? Don't read it.
Okay, the summary, I think maybe we should go to page 13 for the evaluation for the report.
Yes. Page 13. Yes.
Starting from number 16.
Yes.
Is it fine?
It's correct. Don't read it, just summarize it.
No. Where are you?
16 evaluation, page 13, my lord.
Yeah. What is evaluation?
It's more of like where I sum up everything, or it's like more like my findings of the report.
So do you prefer to read what is contained here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Proceed, may I proceed?
Okay, number 16, evaluation. 16.1. The accused showed no remorse for the crimes he was convicted of. Remorse is defined as a fundamental threat or self-accusatory consciousness of guilt. The High Court has convicted the accused for murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and 3 counts of fraud. However, maintains that he is innocent. Identifying remorse is highly subjective assessment, and no one can always distinguish true remorse from which is sincere. However, feigned remorse often correlates with the other traits, attitude, or demeanor, such as lack of respect, hostility, aggressiveness, lack of interest, or caring actions, previous convictions, and how the defendant lived their life. So the accused displayed a lack of caring, and he indicated that he would accept whatever judgment the court will impose. He displayed no empathy and concern about the victim's family and the trauma they experienced as a result of the crimes he committed. The case enjoys tremendous media attention, and the public demands a harsh sentence. A deviation from a prescribed sentence may spark a public outcry, even if the court is consider such a deviation justifiable. The accused is also at risk should he return to the community as he pretends to end his life. This new culture of insurance forecloses a threat to many families and communities, and it needs to be applied before many people are made up of it. A harsh sentence may be deemed justifiable to act as a general deterrent to prevent a future crime of this nature. When considering the sentencing, the probation officer considered the general sentencing principles known as a trial scene. Looking at the seriousness of the offense, the interest of the society, and the personal circumstances of the accused. When considering the seriousness of the offense, the probation officer reflected on the victim, the motive, and the intent. The accused and the co-accused lured the deceased into their house. Thereafter, they killed and burned the deceased and poured the scene as though it was the body of the accused, with an intention to claim an insurance money. The murder of the deceased was a senseless act that caused a severe trauma to the family of the accused, as they believe the accused was deceased. There are no mitigating factors for this crime. After reflecting on the interest of the society, the probation officer looked at the prevalence of murders committed for insurance fraud. Cases involving premeditated murder to benefit from the insurance or an insurance payout are becoming common in South Africa. The accused and the co-accused premeditated and carefully planned the offences. The deceased was lured into their house where they killed and burned his body. the wedding ring of the accused was found on the deceased's finger, and he was dressed in the accused clothes of the clothes of the accused. The co-accused identified the body of death of the accused. So there are no mitigating factors. The last stage of the trial consists of the personal characteristics of the accused. Mitigating factors that may be considered are: the accused is the first offender, the accused was raised in a stable home circumstances and did not suffer from any abuse, the accused has a 15-year-old girl that was dependent on him for financial support. However, these circumstances are, not evaluated as substantial and compelling circumstances to deviate from a prescribed minimum sentence. Punishment has other purposes, including deterrence, personal and general rehabilitation, protection, and retribution. Sentencing should thus aim to address every aspect of punishment while not being disproportionate to the offense. Number 17, the discussion of the sentence options.
Yes.
Due to the nature of the crime as defined by minimum sentence minimum sentence legislation, only correctional supervision and imprisonment will be discussed as sentencing options. Correctional supervision. The accused has a fixed address and can be monitored under the sentence of correctional supervision. The accused can benefit from the rehabilitation programs that are presented by the Department of Correctional Services. House arrest can limit the movement and functioning of the accused and serve as a strong element of punishment and retribution. By means of community service, the accused can take responsibility for the crime and in line with the restorative justice principles, putting the wrong that has been done. However, the accused does not take the responsibility for the offense and no remorse was verbalized. A community-based sentence is not evaluated as a suitable sentence for the accused. A process of rehabilitation can be only implemented if the offender admits to the unlawfulness of the offenses and open to a process of therapeutic intervention. In this case, the accused denies the offenses although the court has been convicted by the court. Imprisonment. The sentence in imprisonment is evaluated as the most relevant sentence. The sentence results under the minimum sentence legislation, and no compelling and substantial evidence were identified to deviate from the prescribed sentence. Although the accused has been convicted of the offense, he still does not admit or take responsibility for the offense. No remorse or responsibility accepted was evaluated. Number 18, recommendation. The probation officer recommends that the accused be sentenced in accordance to section 51, subsection 1, Act of 105 of 1997 as amended. Number 19, the definition of the clause. The information contained in this report was made known to the probation officer on the date of the report. The probation officer reserved the right to amend his assessment in the matter should the known information report in his attention.
Thank you, sir. Can I just quickly ask something? Yesterday we postponed because we thought the report was not finalized because the accused number one wanted to discuss with you. Your discussion, you didn't get anything from them because we don't have an amendment.
No, I didn't get anything. Everything is fine.
My Lord, I think. Yes, thank you.
Yes. Mr. Mpela, I'm sorry.
I have no questions.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
No questions and answers.
Yes, I've got questions. When you were compiling this report, Did you have sight of my judgment?
When you decide.
Did you see my judgment?
No, when I compiled the report, I consulted with the advocate and also consulted with the probation officer, and then I also consulted with the accused and the accused mother. So I didn't see the judgment.
Yeah, because what surprises me, the accused gives you a version that I rejected as false in preparation of this report.
Yes.
But I want to draw your attention to page 5. The last paragraph on that page. The accused further mentioned that the court did not handle the matter properly. Do you see that?
Yes, I see.
Did he explain to you
Yes,
why he came to this conclusion?
yes. What he explained to me, the court, that no one was just was listening to him, like because he has tattoo all of his bone, and then he was accusing the accused of the offense.
Is it what he told you? Is it what he told you?
Yes, it's what he told me.
Yes. That paragraph further reads, it stated that the state found him guilty on circumstantial evidence.
Yes, that's
Is
right.
it coming from you?
Yeah.
From him?
Yes.
And what does he understand by circumstantial evidence?
To me, when he explained to me that I think he was thinking that the court cannot sentence him based on the circumstantial evidence. To him, he was stating that circumstantial evidence is not tangible or is not enough to prove or links to the commission of offense.
Okay. Yes, he further states that it's of the opinion that there is no tangible evidence that proves beyond reasonable doubt that he committed the offense. I don't know his understanding of circumstantial evidence is, or his knowledge of the law is. But is he aware that the court can convict you in the absence of direct evidence? For example, the circumstantial evidence that is relying on you.
I think I'm not sure whether he is aware of that or not.
Yeah, but it's mentioning this word circumstance. These are heavy words for a lay person. Does he understand? Did he understand these words when you were mentioning them to you?
To me, like he presented that he understands.
Yes. And then when he concludes, he said, I was found guilty on circumstantial evidence, and circumstantial evidence can change. However, it's fine. I will accept any court judgment. What does he say here?
Yeah, he was just basically saying that no, like you are maybe in my understanding, maybe he was thinking the matter was not properly handled by the court. So he will accept whatever the court, whatever the sentence the court will impose to him.
Yeah, but it says circumstantial evidence can change. What does that mean? So you are just taking what he's saying and writing down. You are not interrogating whatever he was telling you.
Yeah, I did interrogate it, but I thought this one understood what was saying.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes, and then lastly, let's go to page 16. You mentioned on the third paragraph, I'll quickly read it for you.
Which page is that?
16:16. The third paragraph, just above 17.3 imprisonment. Are you there?
Yes.
However, the accused does not take responsibility for the offenses and no remorse is verbalized. A community-based sentence is not evaluated as a suitable sentence for the accused. The process of rehabilitation can only be implemented if the offender admits to the unlawfulness of the offenses and are open to a process of therapeutic intervention. In this case, the accused denies the offense, although he has been convicted by the court. If I'm wrong, you tell me that I'm wrong. My understanding of this paragraph is that when you are opined here, you have the view that the accused is not a suitable candidate for rehabilitation.
Lord Greenwood is not a suitable, but to make my observation that he was denying everything and stating that there's nothing that directly links him to the commission of this, so there's nothing tangible that links him or tangible evidence that links him to the commission of the offense. So as I was saying, this therapeutic intervention can be only begin if someone admits the commission of the offense.
Yeah, you are saying if to start the process of rehabilitation, you must first admit.
Exactly.
So he doesn't admit that he committed an offense.
Exactly.
How can he be a suitable candidate for rehabilitation?
Yeah, to me, I don't think it's a suitable candidate.
Yes. Any question for my questions?
None, my lord, thank you.
Mr. Hey.
None.
Yes. Yes. We skip your re-examination.
Pardon, ma'am?
We skip your re-examination.
I can't hear you.
We skip your re-examination.
No, no further re-exam. I'm not re-exam.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thanks,
madam.
Mr. Mbata, for your time. You're excused, sir.
Maybe ended in as part of evidence, madam.
Exhibit.
Exhibit.
Is it a pre-sentence report or a probation officer's report? Mr. Rabin,
Pardon, madam?
is this a pre-sentence report or a probation officer's report?
It's a pre-sentence report.
Pre-sentence report.
Yes, thank you, madam.
Yes. You don't have any objection, Mr.
I
Chair?
have no objection at all.
Yes. Yes.
My lord, I would like to call my accused number one to the witness box.
Yes. Mr. Mahlangu, can you come forward?
My lord, this is not an objection, but
Yes.
we understood that accused number 2 was going to be interviewed. The report.
Mr. Mahlangu.
And that's it is what it is.
Did you follow me? So it's not necessary for Mr. Mzanga to interpret, to summarize for you when it's your turn. So you don't want to hear what he's saying in your language. You do understand. So no need for interpretation. No, I mean his testimony. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, you mustn't raise it tomorrow. You say, no, your client, you didn't follow the proceedings.
no, I'm fine with that. Actually, she confirmed.
Yes.
She informed.
Yes. Yes, you may take a seat if you like, Mr. Mahlangu.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes.
Mr. Mahlangu, you have been found guilty by this court for premeditated murder, a conspiracy to commit murder, and 3 counts of fraud. Do you still remember that? Do you still remember that? This court is going to sentence you. So is there anything that you want to put before this court in order to request this court to be lenient to you?
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. Mahlangu.
What is it that you want to tell this court?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Where are your spectacles?
Yes. Yes, I would like to tell the court. In fact, I would just like to say everything that I think I need to say, because probably this is going to be my last chance to speak for myself. So, yesterday I got a chance to go back to myself, and I prayed to God for wisdom to do the right thing. And I also prayed for also courage to do the right thing as well. So, you know, it's been very difficult for me to go through this time. In fact, the past 5 years have been very difficult. And to a certain degree, in fact, it is my fault that my life has been so difficult. And I think it's only fair that I take full responsibility for what I've done. And by so saying, taking full responsibility for my actions of what happened in 2022, January. I am the one that committed the crime. And I am truly, truly sorry to the family for your loss. It wasn't my intention to hurt anyone. I don't know how did I get to the place how I acted and continuously continue doing that. I'm truly, truly sorry for the pain that I caused to family yesterday. And secondly, I also want to genuinely say that I'm sorry to my family as well, because of the pain that they went through because of me, and the trauma and also the shame that they went through because of me. But I cannot go on and pretend as though I'm a good person, or pretend as though what I've done does not matter. My mother raised me up to be a good person, and I'm truly sorry for what I've done, for my actions. And regarding accused number 2, I don't know what will happen to her or whatever, but I know in everything that happened, she did not want to do what she did. She was forced. In fact, the truth is I forced her into agreeing to these things that I have done or I stand accused of. The truth is, it's not entirely her fault. If anything, she's also just a victim. So going forward and thinking about sentencing and everything, I would love and to get a chance at life and to be with my kids again. But the truth is, whatever it is that the court decides, I will respectfully honor that, because there's a point where a man needs to take responsibility. And if I say I believe that I can change, I need to also prove and show that I feel sorry, and I am honestly, genuinely sorry for what I've done and the pain that I've caused to so many people, and the confusion caused even in and around our country. I am not proud of everything or anything that is happening right now, and I honestly, genuinely, I feel very, very sorry. That's basically what I want to say.
Yes.
Can you give us your personal circumstances? What's your? How old are you?
How can you do that? Give your personal circumstances. You are in examination in chief. Lead the witness.
How old are you, Mr. Mahlangu?
54, about 25.
Are you married?
Yes, I was married.
You are how? You are how old?
34, about to turn 25.
When were you born?
1990.
Date, month,
4th April 2028.
24 April,
Yes, 24
year,
April
year
1990.
1990.
Yes, sir.
So you are turning 35 in April.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. And you are married to whom?
Accused number 1, Lerato Mahlangu.
Do you have children with her? Do you have children in your marriage? Do you have children?
I came with a child and she came with a child, so together we have 2 kids. Yes.
How old is your child? The one that you came with?
She's going to be turning 16 this year.
And her
When was she born? Or he?
She was born in 2009, October the 14th.
with whom is she residing?
With her grandmother from her mother's side.
What is she doing?
What is she?
Doing, the child?
She's still at school.
Great.
She's in grade 10 this year.
And who's taking care for his educational needs?
Right now it will be her grandmother.
The grandmother, is she employed?
I'm not sure, sir. I haven't spoken to her in a while.
The last time when you spoke to her, was she employed?
She was not.
How old is the grandmother?
Probably in her mid-50s. I'm not sure.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Her mother is the mother employed
Yes, her mother is employed.
as a what? Where as a what?
I would be lying if I said what does she do, because we don't talk.
Were you employed during the commission of this offense?
Yeah, but you have never said anything about the second child.
Oh, the second child, the one with that of the accused number 1. How old is she?
Accused number 2.
She's going to be turning 13 this year.
With whom is she staying now?
Oh, sorry. She's staying with her grandmother also.
When was she born? Or he?
2013, December 1st.
And
What grade is she doing?
She's
Hey, what are you doing,
going
Lerato?
to be in grade 6 this year.
What are you doing, Lerato? No, you don't have to ask Lerato. It's accused number 2, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, sir. The thing is, I haven't heard information about what is happening on site. So
She's doing great?
she's going to be doing grade 6.
6. Yes.
thank you, my lord. Yourself, your highest past grade is which grade?
Grade 11.
Then after that, you didn't get any qualification after grade 11.
No, I dropped out at grade 5
Why?
because of being dyslexic.
Because of?
Dyslexia.
Were you employed at the time of this offense?
I was self-employed as a photographer and videographer.
How much were you? How much was your earning per month?
It's going to be very difficult for me to say, but between 13 to 15,000, give or take.
Per month.
Yes, sir.
Since when were you in custody? When were you in custody in this matter?
2023 April, I think.
So plus or minus.
It would be almost a year, 8 months, a year, 6 months, I'm not sure.
Would I be correct if I say it's 1 year and 9 months?
Yeah, because just in April it will be 3 years.
And for the first time was this matter transferred to this court?
Pardon, my lord?
When for the first time was this matter transferred to this court?
I took the matter last year in July. I don't know if the statement was when.
You started the matter.
When I started this matter, it was in July. So I don't know. June.
transferred here in 2023 December.
Yes.
That was the last time we were in Soshanguve.
Is that all that you want to tell this court before sentencing?
Yes, what I would, like I said earlier on, what I would like is just to really have an opportunity to start over and to really not have excuses but try to build on myself and to try to do things in a manner that I know that my mother will be proud of. The only thing that I can say and stress is that I am just genuinely sorry for wasting the time of the court, and genuinely sorry also for hurting the people that are hurt, the community, my family, my siblings, and my immediate family as well, and my kids. So if I can have a chance to be rehabilitated and to have a chance to go back to the society at some point, I'd really, really appreciate that. Like I said earlier on, whatever I say is from the mind, I have accepted my fate, and I think we will take, with everything, let the will of God just prevail.
As the court pleases, my lord, that's...
Is there any health challenges that you are suffering from?
Help.
Challenges?
Well, except for my eyes and the reading difficulty, no.
Nothing.
Yes.
Mr. Mpe?
Thank you, Mama. Just a few questions. One or two.
Yes.
So it is your evidence that you want to take responsibility for your actions, correct?
Yes, sir.
And furthermore, it is your evidence that regarding accused number 2, I don't know what will happen to her. I forced her to do what she did in court. Can you tell the court what is it that you forced her to do?
Well, basically, after I found out what happened, I was very hurt, and I then told her what to do intentionally. Like I would tell her, they call this person, bring him over, 1, 2, 3. So, and she did not have much of a choice, because I also threatened her to say that should you then go and tell people what happened, and then she can also suffer the same consequences as well.
So if I understand you threatened to kill her if she were to tell anyone.
I mean, not like that, but yes, you can do it like that.
Yes. Mr. Chavala?
Saying that now, Mr. Mahlangu, I will continue to talk to your information. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You recall that throughout the trial, it has been, or it was rather your defense that whatever you told the police was false. Do you recall? You were also during the consultation with the probation officer that you didn't want to take any responsibility for killing the deceased in this case, for conspiring to kill him, for enabling the co-accused to lodge the fraudulent insurance claims. Do you recall?
The first one, I totally agree with it. The second one, I sort of beg to differ, because that's not entirely what happened. So, yes,
Is it not correct that you just testified a while ago that you just enabling you to get the deceased to your house, enabled you to
you know what? That's not the correct way. I told her, she did not enable me. If I'm the one that told her that do 1, 2, 3, because she was fearing for her own life as well. So she had to do whatever that I told them.
How was the deceased brought to your house?
They went out and they came back together.
Went out with accused number 2
Yes, sir.
to the tavern.
I honestly don't know where they went, but I would assume that it was to the tavern because of the statement that was told to the court that they went to Musa's tavern or something like that.
Yes. And then what was the state of sobriety of the deceased?
He was fairly drunk.
Excessively.
Yes.
Yes.
So basically, accused number 2 is the evidence that she brought the deceased to your house.
She did not bring him. They came together. He was the one that came as well. So I'm not saying anything like that. Because the truth is, Mr. Chavala said, I don't want to put anyone in trouble. And I want to just honestly be in a space where I deal with whatever that I deal with. There's so many things that happened in this case that I, at some point, would be accused of saying this or saying that. So if you want me to say something, say it clearly so that let's not play with words. Let's just be honest with them.
Please answer the question, Mr. Mahlangu. I thought you were opening up, but when
Yes, I am.
when you go back to trial, then it creates a problem for you.
I am opening up.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you answer the question by Mr.
Ask the question again.
Chavala?
Did accused number 2 bring the deceased to your marital home?
They came together.
Was it the plan that between you and her that she would bring the deceased to your house?
It wasn't a plan. It was all my plans.
Yeah, but then she was then a partner to that plan, not so. When she effectively brought or came to your house with the deceased.
I'm asking, how should I answer that? What I know is my role, and I said very clearly, I want to take responsibility for my role. And what I know is that I'm the one that told her to do 1, 2, 3. And she did, and there's certain things that I told her to do, and she did not do. And whenever she did not do that, and then she would get in trouble for that.
She then, after arriving at your house, that is your marital home, accused number 2, did accused number 2 then leave?
I told her to do.
So, am I correct that when she came with the deceased, you were not around the house so that the deceased could see you? Am I correct?
I was in the house.
Did the deceased see you in the house or not?
Of course, so
But nevertheless remained in the house with accused number 2.
he came into the house, she then left.
All right? Was the deceased excessively drunk?
Yes.
Did you attack him?
No, not really, no.
Who undressed the deceased?
I did.
You put your shorts on the body of the deceased.
No, that one is actually the boxer short that he was wearing, that true as boxer shorts. Very, very common for guys our age. So I did not remove the boxer shorts. The only thing that I did was to put them.
What I'm trying to understand, Mr. Mahlangu, you'll be a better person to give us the picture as what happened on the day. As the deceased body was set on fire, did he move or not, or did he remain on the bed?
It would be very difficult for me to explain that because he was in the bedroom and the fire started in the living room. So as soon as I saw that the fire had taken strength, that's only when so I wasn't in the room to watch if like is he burning on his hands or what.
And am I correct in understanding the evidence that you had made your mind that you were going to kill the deceased to revenge or him having, because of him having an extramarital relationship with accused number 2. Is that the case?
I hope I say this here without sounding like I'm contradicting myself. When he came to the house, I did not really know how I was going to act. But what I knew is that I was angry. And from that point when he came in, I just lost my temper. And that's basically when I dragged him into that room.
Yeah, not answering the question.
What is the question again?
When you told accused number 2 to call and bring the deceased to your marital home, at that very moment, was it your plan, or had you then decided that you were going to kill the deceased? We're talking about what happened when you arrived with accused number 2, at the time you spoke to accused number 2.
Yes, it was my plan, sir.
So when you place the ring, your ring, marital ring, on the finger of the deceased, what was the purpose of doing that?
He wanted to sleep with my wife, so he means that he wanted to play my role. So I put him in our own bed, because that's what he was doing. He wanted to sleep with her.
No, I'm talking about the ring, not about putting him on the bed. Why did you put the ring on him?
Because he wanted to play my role.
You will never be able to play a role, because you are one individual married to Lerato, and he's an ex-boyfriend from the previous relationship that was not. So there's no way to be playing the role.
Well, at the time for me, the only reason why I put the ring on his finger was that he wanted to play my role. He was sleeping with my wife. So in me doing whatever that I was doing, I was just merely consoling myself that this is the way that you want it, and this is the way it goes.
But to put it to you, Mr. Mahlangu, that it's not a coincidence that you put that ring off for the reason that you're saying. You're enabling accused number 2 to come and identify the deceased, the wrong Sibusiso, to be you.
So I wasn't enabling her. In fact, it was more of enabling everyone, not her.
But then she's the one who identified you in inverted quotes, because she looked at the ring which she had purchased previously, which she was familiar with. If we had to identify you, that's her evidence.
That one I'm not disputing. What I'm disputing is what I have done. When I did whatever that I did it because of, at the time, I was very, very young. So when I did what I did at that time, it was just walk away and go away from all these things.
So it was a lie when it was put to your mother by your lawyer, and when you testified that you were protecting the family, you just lying to your chief. Because you're killing it.
I'm not disputing that now.
Based on this concession you're making now, am I correct then that it doesn't make sense to tell the probation officer that the court didn't handle your case well, that your case is based on circumstantial evidence?
Mr. Chairman, sir, if you can let me just explain myself just a little bit.
Mr. Mahlangu, I'm asking questions, and obviously you have a chance to answer the questions. You don't have to tell me to give you a chance to explain something, because it is the very purpose of asking questions and you answer them.
When I met with the guy that was here, sorry, I forgot his name.
Mr. Mbata.
Mr. Mbata. In fact, let me just backtrack a little bit. After the judgment, when we went back to Soshanguve, they took me and they put me in single cell. So from that space, that's when I was able to then reflect with myself over the past year having been in prison. So then, after I met with him, there's counsel that I've been getting from this person, and the other person. But there's a point, like I said when I started talking, that yesterday, when I went back to myself, I went and I prayed, because that's the only thing that my mother taught me how to do, what to do. I went and I prayed and I said, God, please give me the wisdom. And then also give me the courage to do the right thing, so that I don't have to keep living in this life that I've been living in. So a whole lot of things that were said through the trial, at least from myself, I can say now that I'm sorry that I lied. I'm sorry that I wasted the court's time. I'm sorry that I deceived people. The truth is, I'm the one that is responsible for what happened on the 9th. And I just want to take responsibility for that. Of course, I know that in taking responsibility for that, it means that I have to answer questions so that people can have closure. And I'm willing to do that. When I met with
Mr. Mbata.
When I met with Mr. Mbata, at that time, being in a point where I am right now, where I'm saying, I'm tired of lying. I'm tired of living a life where I'm saying, this is where I enjoy it. In fact, the easiest way to say, I'm tired of being a hypocrite.
I just want to understand something here. According to this report, your first consultation with Mr. Mbata was on the 17th of January 2025. And that's very recent.
It was when, sir?
17 January 2025.
Yes, that was the first.
Very, very recent.
Yes, sir.
The lie that we've been talking about, you exactly repeated it in this report.
Yes, sir.
And then yesterday when this matter was called, you asked for indulgence to meet with the probation officer, Mr. Mbata.
Yes.
And I allowed it. We couldn't proceed with this matter yesterday.
Yes.
And then you went there and do whatever you wanted to do with Mr. Mbata. Today he comes here and he presents the same report that you are saying it's a lie. So maybe I'm wrong, right? You never said to Mr. Mbata when you consulted with him, or today when before you appeared to this court, to say, can you please retract that report because it's a lie?
Even my counsel did not know that I was going to come up today and say this, because one of the reasons why I say that there's a point that I was getting counsel from this person, that person, and the other person, is sometimes when there's people that have been honest too, and they would then say to me, man, maybe you will get away with it, or maybe you will get another way, or one thing. So I didn't want to, from what I decided last night, I did not want to talk to anyone except come here in the court and tell at least my side of the truth, so that whatever question that whoever has questions can be asked and answers can be given. So no, I did not tell him to withdraw it or anything like that.
Yeah, but you know, there's this concept called genuine contrition.
Yes, sir.
It's coming from you,
Yes.
not because of persuasion of another person.
Yes.
So, in trying to interrogate that concept, the question which was asked by your counsel was that for the court to be lenient with you with sentence, what is it, what do you have to say? Then it's when we open up. Do you define that as genuine contrition?
It's on the basis of what you're saying, it might not seem like it's genuine, but when she told me yesterday that, listen, I'm going to put you on stand again, that you're going to need to plead with the court to give you a lenient sentence, I agreed with her, but I did not tell her what I'm telling you now. On the basis of I did not want her to be in a position where she knows, and now it's almost like putting her job on the line or whatever. So I wanted to come here and just be as honest as possible. And with the truth is, I know what lies ahead. And can I dodge that? Probably not. But I would rather get to that space, having cleared my conscience and having been honest, and that the people my family would have closure. The deceased family would also have closure. And the case will entirely then be rested.
And I'm going to request you to be honest with me.
Yes.
Are you regretting your actions, or are you genuinely remorseful for what you did?
Honestly, to tell you the honest truth, sir, I am very, very sorry for what I did. The pain and the amount of trauma that I've caused so far.
Do you regret your actions, or are you genuinely remorseful?
Maybe I'm not sure if, because it seems like it's a two-sided question. When you mean genuinely,
Yeah, you pick one. It's two-sided. You choose one. It's either you regret your actions now, or you are genuinely remorseful for what you did.
I'm genuinely sorry for it.
Yes. Mr. Chairman.
What is progress overnight change?
The truth is, Mr. Chawla, it was not an overnight change. Like I said, that from November I've been staying in single cells. And that's when I was able to start reflecting back in my life. I think about my kids, I miss my kids. I think about the life that I used to have. I think about the lack of freedom. I think about the pain that I've caused, not just to my family, but to the entire community, to the Sithebe family. So it was not an overnight thing. It just took courage for me to come here and to be honest. My being honest doesn't necessarily going to change the sentencing, probably not. But I would rather go back to myself peacefully, knowing that I don't have to bear the guilt of lying over the things that I've done.
It cannot be that it's not an overnight change, changing the codes, because there's 17 January 2025, today is the 28th of January. You gave a certain report or made statements to the probation officer. The probation officer, Mr. Bata, was here yesterday. He had a word with you. Nowhere is there an indication from your evidence that you told him in express terms that this report doesn't contain or doesn't accurately reflect what I've been going through. So it's an overnight change.
Mr. Chawla, like I said to the court, when there's people that I was talking to and let me, like I said, I want to take responsibility. Let me leave everyone out and just talk about myself. When I came to the decision to say, is this the life that I want to live? Do I want to continue living with guilt, living with this thing hanging over my shoulder? The truth is, I told myself that I don't want to live like that. And secondly, I knew very well that this is going to be probably my last chance for me to speak for myself. And should I go and get sentenced, and then from the other side I say, no, I want to plead and say 1, 2, 3, then it would seem because of what I'm going through at that time, all the things. But right now, I'm saying this openly in court, in front of the deceased family, and I'm asking and I'm pleading and asking for forgiveness for all of that. I'm asking for forgiveness from my own family for the pain that I've caused them. I'm asking for forgiveness to accused number 2 and her family as well for the pain that I've caused. If it seems like it's an overnight change, to you a lot of things don't come across as to me in any given circumstances. You've already established that. But the truth is, right now, what I'm saying, and genuinely from the bottom of my heart, is that I'm sorry for the wrong that I've done. And I cannot go on carrying the burden of knowing what I've done and also continuously lying about it.
So everything's about you in this case, Mr. Mahlangu.
It can never be
It's
about
about your kids. It's about your family. It's about you wanting to start a new life.
You can prosecute.
What about the girlfriend of the deceased who has to raise another child as a single parent? You don't even mention. You had the coming in to testify. And you witnessed her being shaken by your actions of killing the deceased and of her having to not know for a substantial period of time as to where her boyfriend was. You don't even mention that you are so remorseful.
I'm sorry that
Or you claim that you are remorseful.
Yes. I'm sorry that I did not mention everyone. Maybe when I say the deceased family, I'm primarily putting everyone in that bracket. When I say my family, that's why I did not say my mother or my sister. When I say my family, I mean the entire Ahamufo, I mean I mean, when I say the entire community, I'm basically trying to just point out and highlight essentially everyone that has been affected, as in the point where I even say, even to the court, the time wasted and the deceiving and the lies. I'm sorry for that.
And is it correct that the deceiving and the lies you've been telling and maintaining throughout, such that your family members came and testified in this matter, that you're saying you're sorry for all of that, for putting them through the whole trial?
Yes, that's basically what I'm saying. I'm sorry for everything.
And that realization only happened last night?
No. Did not only happen last night. Last night was only the only time where I got the courage, where I got the wisdom to know this is the time that you do something right. This is the time where you act right. For 33 years of my life, I have never been arrested or anything because of, and I'm not saying I was perfect, because of I was trying to be a standard citizen of the country. I have made mistakes. I have made bad, terrible decisions that I'm regretting every day of my life. And to go on living a life like that, that is the burden that I don't want. And I'm sorry, maybe I'm sounding like I. But this is me just trying to find a way to fix the wrong that I have done. And I don't know, probably maybe this is not the right way. Probably there will never be the right way to fix what I've done. But genuinely, that's basically what I'm trying to do.
The 575,000 which was paid to your co-accused, accused number 2, did you charge it to raise the street rate?
What is child?
Did you use the money with her?
I didn't use it with her, I used it alone.
You used it alone?
Also, wasn't the money deposited into her account?
It was. I then took her car.
Away from her. So she never had a enjoyment of a cent of it.
No.
How can we believe you, Mr.? How can we believe you on that aspect?
So, you know,
She had to rent a place because she relocated.
yes. She was still working at the time.
Yeah, but there was a time when she was not working. I think a period of 3 months when she was not working.
Yes.
So you didn't deem fit to assist her with the rental.
I was too angry at her.
But you assisted Bongi and other people.
I assisted who, sorry?
Is it Bongi? The girlfriends, Bongi and who?
Bongi and Banzi.
Banzi.
No, it's actually Bali.
Mbali. Yeah, Mbali. So you assisted them.
Not necessarily assisted, but just I was living with them.
Yes.
So you then depleted that money within 15 months. That is by April 2023, the money was finished. You finished it.
Yeah, most of them. Yes.
But as I could understand that in the evidence of accused number 2, she says having to look after 2 children, 500,000 is not a lot of money. So part of it, she did use.
You know what? Like I did say, I just want to, can I answer for myself and not answer for other people? What I know is that I took her class.
When did you take the car?
As soon as the thing was going through, as soon as the thing went through.
That was in February.
Yes, the 500,000 was paid on the 3rd of February 2022. But then the 75,000 was paid on the 7th of January 2022.
No, the second one.
When the second amount cash payment was done, then you took the car.
Yes.
How long after the third?
I honestly don't remember the dates.
So you didn't use the 75,000?
No, I only took it after February. That's the thing that I remember.
75,000 as it is, or was it used?
I'm not sure if she used it or not. I didn't really go in detail.
Yeah, but she was still having the card with her by that time.
Yes, at the time she had the card with her.
What was in that account?
What was
How much was it in that account?
when I took the card?
Yes.
It was over 500,000.
How much?
I would be lying if I said how much it's worth.
Is it not the bank account where her salary was paid in?
No, I think she had a Capitec account and then she had a Old Mutual Money account. That's where she was getting paid.
I want to check the record from Capitec. I think they mentioned her work address. Are you sure about it?
Like I said, I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, proceed.
Will I then correct Ms. Mahlangu that subsequent to the killing of his deceased, you actually met with accused number 2?
I what?
You met with accused number 2.
Yes, that's correct.
So when Sibusiso Sithebe, the deceased in this case, was buried, am I correct that the accused number 2 was acutely aware that we were very much alive and kicking?
I don't think she was aware at the time.
Where were you? Where were you at the time of the burial?
I was in Big Banks.
You received photos, video clips.
No, I didn't receive them. I just saw on Facebook.
But when did you start having contact with the accused number 2?
I think February.
Was it before the payment of the 500,000 or after?
After.
Did you go to her place where she resided? Was she a Kamsana then?
I think at the time she was long time. But I did not go there.
You did not go there. Where did you meet her? She was in the car.
In Big Bank.
It's 1 o'clock, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Mr. Mahlangu, we are going to take a lunch adjournment. Can we come back at 1:45?
That's fine.
Is it fine, Nebraska? Yes. VG? Is it fine? Is it fine? Is it fine? That is not. Is it fine, Council? It's fine.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. 1:45. Yeah, because we don't know how long is this cross-examination going to last. Yeah, we'll come back at 1:45. You remain under oath. Don't discuss this matter again. Court adjourned.
The only time that I learned about that specific night was only when Lerato came in and testified about it. When she confessed about having an affair with him, she did not mention that she had actually went to go and get the numbers or one thing, because initially she was denying it.
Did you speak to her about her having to call the deceased when you returned from your mother's house? After the family dinner?
Yes, I think I spoke to her about it after, because before, when we went home, initially I did not really know what was going to happen, so we had that conversation after.
My then correct based on that answer, that when you moved away, leaving your mother's house, you went straight to your mother's home.
No, we did not go straight home. I went home and then she then left the house, and then I then went and then took her to the mechanic.
No, I understand.
When you say home, are you referring to block H?
Yes.
So from your parents' place, you went to block H to get out of this number.
Okay, hold on, please.
That's what I was asking.
Sorry. Lost you.
So the story about you dropping in at a certain point in Soshanguve so that you could take a taxi to town, that is the tourist indeed, it was just a lie.
Like I said, Mr. Chavala, a whole lot of things that were said before and in the trial by myself were not true.
Mr. Mahlangu, we're not asking you about the total case. Please be correct. I'm asking you about a specific thing, and that is when you move from your mother's house, you go straight to your home marital home in HH. There's no truth in the statement or evidence that you drop her at a certain point without me and social work. That was just a lie.
Yes.
Am I then correct that the discussion between you and accused number 2 about her having to call the deceased happened once you had gotten home, having arrived from your mother's house? Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Did you mention to us what was the purpose of her having to take the deceased to your house?
No, not that I recall.
But she understood that you had to do so.
Of course, because I made everything very clear to her.
Having to get the deceased to your house, what was the purpose of, according to her, particular?
I needed to talk to them.
You needed to talk to them and say what?
But I did not tell her what to say.
You're going to persuade the deceased to stop seeing her.
Not necessarily. I honestly, at that time, I just figured that let him come here and maybe we can have a meeting. Or whatever, I just wanted to figure things out.
And it also indicated that, not your passage, it was in your mind that you would kill her.
Yes, at some point it got to that space. Once I got too angry, I just got out.
So when you're saying that accused number 2, she's a victim herself, why do you mean that?
Because when she did not want to cooperate, initially when I told her that you need to bring this guy here, she did not want to do that. And I told her that she's going to get in trouble if she's not going to cooperate, because as it is, I've been very good to her, and for her to do what she did was unforgivable at the time. So I then threatened her.
By saying what you want.
Then I'll kill her.
You know, when this question was asked by Mr. Kiel, whether you threatened to kill him, he said not to be put in such express terms. Am I correct?
Yes.
So you don't know what you actually said to her, if she doesn't call it, if she didn't call it this. Just taking a wild guess.
It's not taking a while because Mr. Chavala, you did say when we started talking that this cross-examination shouldn't be longer than it has to be. So I need to be very straight and straightforward with my answers. That's basically what I'm trying to do.
So is it correct that accused number 2 did go to Hong Kong?
On the night,
Yes.
yes, that's correct.
So the evidence about her sending a WhatsApp message to you telling you that she has arrived on time. It was just a lie.
Yeah, of course. That's a lie.
Where did she go to?
When she left the house, she said to me that she was going to go at her friend's house. So I think she was around, I'm not sure if she, in fact, I'm not sure where she went, but I know that she was around. She wasn't at
She leave Soshanguve.
No.
Then why did she go away after she had entered the house with the deceased?
Because I told it to you.
Do you know where she was going to?
No, I told her to leave and not come back until I tell her otherwise.
So did you then communicate with her after setting the deceased alive?
Because I left my phone in the car as well.
So you ran your phone.
Yes.
Right, came the 2nd of January 2022, and it's this happened again on the 1st. Did you want to ski it? You need to ski it? Ski it? After building, sitting at the bottom of the season, remember there is evidence of reproduction, but you told him that you went to ski it. Did you go to ski it?
Yeah, I spent another 2 years.
So it was a lie that you went to security.
I did eventually get forward test, just not on the night. I did eventually, no, not on the night, I went
Yes.
the morning after.
Am I correct that then you then deliberately did not communicate with your mother specifically and your sister Nancy because you wanted to conceal the fact that you are alive?
Yes, that's true.
When did you for the very first time you have communication with accused number 2?
If I said the date precisely, I would lie, but it was in February.
So when you were then arrested in April 2023, accused number 2 had long been aware that you are very much alive and kicking. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Will it therefore be a lie? Am I correct in saying it is a lie that in fact accused number 2 had called you in April contacting you through the number that was used for the router?
Say that again, sorry.
Will it be a lie, therefore, that accused number 2 you were able to reach her because she was using the SIM card from the router?
Yes, that would be a lie.
So you met with the Catholic.
Ubanzi,
But no,
Mbali.
no, your friend who came to Secure.
It's a sorry,
No. Chande.
it's a brother-in-law. You said it's a brother-in-law.
Oh, that's Chande.
That story with Shande, to tell you the truth, it's actually a lie. Never
I
happened.
mean with Chande.
No. Did it?
That's my level of questioning.
Okay. All right. So when April 2023 happened, accused number 1 was already aware for more than at least a year that we are alive.
Yes.
And at the time that you were in Mpumalanga, Mr. Mahlangu, you said you were in Witwatersrand.
Yes, there was a time I was a big bank.
You never got to go and see a prisoner during that period.
The truth is updated.
You did. That must have been in January speaking.
No, not in January. Like I said, I only started communicating with her in February, so it's impossible that I said in January.
How did you know that you have to get the card so that you can access the money that was paid by the interest?
How did I?
How did you get to know that we have to get the card? The prisoner which is the card.
Can I communicate with her emotionally?
I don't answer the question.
By communicating with her, that's the only way I would know.
Yes, that's what I can expect. Did you call her or did she call you to tell you I've received the 500,000 from what you dropped?
No, she wasn't calling me to say, oh, I didn't call her to say, did you receive the money? There are certain things that I needed to understand at the time. And then I called her and arranged to meet with her.
No, what I'm trying to establish is the issue about you placing the bank card. How did that come about?
No, of course, after I met her, I asked her what happened. And then she then told me everything that had happened back in January, in a few days of February. And then obviously she then told me about the claim as well. And then I then said, where's it now? Then where's the money? She then said, the money is in her account. And I asked for a card.
All right. What do you mean when you asked her what had happened? What do you mean when she told you what had happened?
I was asking her basically how everything went.
What is everything?
Oh, how was the funeral? How is everyone? How are the kids taking their news 1, 2, 3? Things like that.
So basically, it's never correct that you as I said, you saw this funeral and the messages on Facebook. So when you ask her that, basically you're saying, what happened with the wrong person, the wrong sister was buried, and she was updating you about that. Am I understanding correct?
I was basically asking, if I said that's correct, I would be wrong. I was basically asking about everything, not just specifically on one matter.
Yeah, my focus is on one thing.
Not necessarily. I wasn't just asking about that. Of course, I did ask about that, but in totality, I was asking about everything.
Mr. Mahlangu, the question is, when you ask the number 2 about what had happened, is it correct that you asked as to what had happened with regard to the burial of Sibusiso Sithebe and how was the family, your family, and the children responding, or how were they impacted by that?
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Therefore, am I correct then that when you ask her that question, she was then aware that in fact the person was buried was not you but somebody else, Sibusiso Sithebe?
I mean, of course, at the time she was talking to me, so clearly I was not married.
You know then if she informed you before that yes, Sibusiso is still alive?
I now know that she did not inform me.
And do you understand, by the way, that those insurance claims that were lodged by her were false because you were very much alive?
Yes, I do understand.
Did you see, did it necessary that you should inform of the insurance claim?
It's there, calculated.
Well,
Unless it means
No, it was not.
available for us.
No, it was not. On paper it was paid, but the reality was very much alive.
yes, Mr. Chavala said, I want to. Sorry, please repeat the question, sir.
You also did not do your part by informing the mutual at JIA? You did?
Yes, I do.
And by the way, you benefited out of that from the insurance claim.
Yes.
You buy a car with it.
No, I did not, sir.
So the story about you selling ladies' bras and panties was just false, a lie.
I don't. Didn't say I was selling bras and panties. That's not what I said.
You said so, Mr. Mahlangu.
No.
That's business you can mark on.
Of what?
Of selling bras and panties, ladies with bras and panties.
No, but
What was the evidence?
No, that's not my evidence.
What is it?
I said lingeries and perfumes.
But lingerie is ladies' panties and bras.
That's not bras and panties, it's lingeries and perfumes. That's what I said.
So that was a lie, basically.
No, it was not a lie. That was our side hustle. We're doing that.
But we had about 500 plus thousand friends.
Yeah, but you still need to keep business.
Let's look closely at no communication between yourself and the prisoner. Considering that you were told that to get the guy there, and supposedly they said the guy was referring to the deceased in this case, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what was the plan actually after you getting the guy there as communicated to the prisoner? What was going to happen now?
Like I said, I didn't really mention to her what I wanted to. The only thing, once she got there and they got there, and I told her to bring him in, and he then went inside. And then that's when I told her to leave him.
So is it correct then that Mr. Mahlangu that your killing of the deceased and your reaping of the financial benefit by fraudulent means made you to shoot two birds with one stone? One, eliminating the deceased as your competitor to accuse number one, number two, and two, reaping a financial benefit out of that.
Please say that again.
Your killing of the deceased and the subsequent financial benefit flowing from that because of the fraudulent claims that were lodged with Kucha made you to shoot two birds with one stone. And that is, first to eliminate the deceased, as somebody was having a somebody relationship with accused number two, you reap a financial benefit out of the killing of the deceased.
Yes, that's true. That's not true. That's true.
But I want to understand, what was the reason behind the killing of the deceased? Was it for the fact that you were dead? What should be what you want to do? Or did you have in mind this game of fraudulently? Okay, like cover police.
Initially, when honestly, when I said he must bring him, I didn't really have the entire thing in my head. But once he was there, and then I looked at the body physique, it was pretty much almost similar. So that's when I thought about that, and then the claim. Primarily, one of the reasons why I then had to set the house alight so that they cannot recognize it.
This vehicle that you were arrested driving, whose vehicle is this?
This was Banzi's car.
So the story about Bansi is not a lie.
No. Story about Banzi and Bali, it's not a lie.
So then, am I understanding correctly, Mr. Mahlangu, that when you attack the deceased, it come to your mind that I'm also going to be able to, because you are aware about the existence of this life cover and policies. You cross your mind that then you are going to make a financial benefit. Is that correct? Am I understanding correctly?
Yes, it is.
Then, why would accuse number two, considering that she was the premium payer of those policies, considering that it's her who brought those names, why would she then not simply give the card to you?
Why would she?
Just give the card to you.
Because she was threatened. She wasn't giving it to me because of her own will, or she wasn't not maybe reporting or going to the police because of her own will. I think she was very blind.
She was threatened by whom? When and how?
She was threatened by myself.
When?
When, before everything happened, whenever she was not cooperating, I called her and told her, please do this. If she did not want to do it, then remind her that.
No. Okay, let's just go back. The one trying to allege about was when you told them to get the deceased to come to your house.
Yes.
So this other threat, is this now the second threat you're talking about?
There was a series of threats. Like if I wanted her, okay, there's a point where I needed to see the girls and she would not allow that. And I threatened her and I said, listen, if you don't allow me to see them in a space where it's going to be safe, then I will then be forced to go and see them in school. And of course, that's going to be traumatic for the girls. So you don't want that to happen. So once I then said that to her, she did not really have a choice but to yield as well.
Oh, that's not a threat.
No. Initially, the threat was made that, listen, if you don't do this, I'm going to kill you.
Can you come start with?
No, sir.
So it's started taking this move. But let me try it first. When you wanted to go to your hospital, which needs are you going to? When I said that I would go to the schools, I did not do that. I was just threatening her. I wasn't going to. Oh no, the girls. Oh, the girls.
Yes, the girls.
And when was the communication about you wanting to see the girls?
I'm not sure, but in 2022.
Let me put it this way. Was it before you got the card, the green card of 2022?
No, it was later.
So which needs were you using? You know that the person is really is not used.
I was
You watch it, what did they say to go to the truck?
I was still using Sibusiso Mahlangu. Hence, I still carried my driver's license.
You can invite us during that period where the name Sibusiso Mahlangu was used.
No.
So, with regard to Chande, Mr. Mahlangu, you said that previously you considered him as a brother-in-law.
In a sense, yes.
And you are maintaining that all you testified about is a lie.
Yes.
You are the one who's telling the truth. Insofar as it's concerned.
Insofar as it's concerned, yes.
And you still don't, even to this day, you don't know why this is the motive for him to come and tell the court that you picked him up in a specific garage when you told him that he's going to be a receptionist at your court.
Yes, that's a lie because I've never had a photo studio and I did not even meet with Shan. So as for why he then decided to hook up a hula like that.
And with regard to the names of you being hooked, you're saying he's also not telling the truth about that, you're the one telling the truth.
Yes, because like I said, I did not use a different name whatsoever. And even when I was arrested, I still carried my driver's license, which was so insane.
Why did you do a tattoo on your face?
Well, sorry, what is that? Tattoo on my face, yes. A tattoo on my face was just, I think, a reminder in the sense of, and realization that my life would really never be the same again, because the realization of what I've done and knowing very well that I can never present myself again to my family. So to just have a facial tattoo, just basically.
So you're disguising yourself?
Not necessarily as a disguise.
No, I said you want your food not to recognize you.
No. I see in a sense of I will not go back home.
But the tattoo got nothing to do.
Yes, it has. Tattoos, the thing is, tattoos are very emotional artwork in a sense. So usually for a person that has a tattoo or whatever, whenever you're going through emotions, you generally get a certain specific tattoo.
And your previous tattoos are centered around your arms. And why did you pick it in the face?
I've always wanted a facial tattoo, hence I also had piercings.
Since when did that arise?
Since what?
Since that thing of using tattoos arise.
It was something that I've always wanted, even before this incident happened.
So why didn't you do it?
Because of at the time there was still so much. There was so much grounding in my life. So at
You see, for me,
Yes.
at that stage, this incident doesn't occur.
Yes.
But with it signified or
At that stage, I wasn't in a space where I thought about it, but never really had the guts to go ahead.
yeah, what was it going to symbolize?
I didn't think about the artwork that I would actually put on my face at the time. It was something that, like for instance now, there's still areas that I want to put tattoos on, but those tattoos, I haven't decided which kind of tattoos are going to be those ones. But whenever I get a time and I get a tattoo parlor, and depending on how I feel at that time, then I'll get a specific tattoo for a certain reason.
You see, emanated from your conduct, Mr. Mahlangu, one can easily conclude that not just looking at the tattoos only, or the tattoo at least you had one on your face, your conduct of staying away from your family, not keeping contact with anyone, changing numbers, fleeing to Malanga, Chandler's address was that you also, you could see that you're no longer taking care of yourself. And of course the use of the new names, Zulu. All of that, the one conclusion one can only draw is that it was consistent with somebody who's hiding away and avoiding to come out to be identified. Including you risking going to Amaskral and staying in Amaskral for about 2 weeks, and making sure you don't go to Soshanguve to your mother's house. All of that conduct points to you doing one thing only, to hide away from everybody so that your criminal conduct and subsequent disappearance will stay as it was, without people knowing or being aware that you are not.
That one I'm not going to dispute. However, there's smaller pieces in there that are not true, like the whole Zulu thing and meeting with Shande. But when I said that I want to take responsibility and I want to be honest, and I knew that there was going to be questions, I need to be honest about it. And that is, yes, that is true. I stayed away because I did not want to be found out. That's true.
And being honest, I expect you that being honest and taking responsibility, I would have expected you not to wait for the court to raise certain issues in the corporation of the court. Then while sitting here and listening to what is being said, then you get to make a sudden change of attitude and come and claim that you are now taking responsibility and being honest. It's not a coincidence, according to you, that you did that only after hearing the court's questions directed to the probation officer.
That one, I would have to disagree with you, Mr. Chairman. However, you have a right to draw a conclusion on anything, but that's not true.
In fact, that's what happened. The change of stance came only after those issues were raised with the probation officer.
You know, that the most unfortunate thing is that right now, I'm not, and I don't want to be in a position where if I say something and then other people will be in trouble because of my actions or because of the things that I say. So, but what I will say is that the decision of me coming out, saying whatever that I'm saying, and like I said that I don't think it's gonna one way or the other affect my sentencing or whatever, but I just wanted to clear my point. So if for you it doesn't seem like it's genuine, then it's okay, but I cannot change that.
What do you mean when you say that you don't want to get in trouble?
I mean, I don't want to get out.
That's what I'm trying to clarify. What do you mean by that? Who's other people?
People that were giving me counsel.
Who are giving what?
Who were giving me counsel.
Don't you want to
Are
get
you
into
talking about
somebody?
the inmates?
Even police.
Where?
In Fukushima Court. Yes.
Then how would you get into trouble by the way?
If I said that I told them the entire truth and he said to me, no, just stick with the story that you gave about the shipping, then maybe you get out.
No, but then how would you get them into trouble?
Are they not going to get in trouble because they knew the truth and they did not come out and say?
You are the one who's talking about the trouble. So I have to clarify from you. Can't answer me the question.
Well, I'm not asking you a question. That's basically how I'm assuming.
You asked and they don't want to get into trouble. Do you think accused number 2 might get into trouble by telling the truth?
She's already in trouble.
Or do you think she might be in further deep trouble if you were to spill the beans and be honest with the court?
No, if anything, I think that probably maybe will save her skin. If she can be honest.
Would you like accused number 2, Mr. Mahlangu, to get a lenient sentence so that she can be with the kids at least, for example?
I would like to get a lenient sentence myself, so, and I can only speak for myself. But of course, I would not say that she must not get it.
So you would like her to get a lenient sentence? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I said.
That's what I'm asking.
No, I choose not to answer that.
I would like to point out to you, Mr. Mahlangu, that throughout the whole trial, and even now, at this stage of the sentencing, you're underplaying the role of accused number 2 in the commission of these offenses for which both of you have been found guilty.
Maybe I'm just not the kind of person to point fingers.
It's not about pointing fingers.
What is it about?
It's about seeking leniency for your co-accused and wife.
Mr. Chabalala, the only thing that I can do now, and I think probably if I could do it better, then I wouldn't need to have a lawyer. And the only thing that I'm trying to do now is just try to talk and at least take out what is on my chest. So I'm not doing this, and I'm not going to come here and say all these things if I don't mean it. Because as it is, already the judgment came out. So for me to come out and tell the truth is that I want to give at least the people that are affected, that they have closure, and some questions would actually be answered. That's the reason why I did what I did.
For example, Mr. Mahlangu, you don't want to candidly and openly accept that accused number 2 benefited from the money that was paid as a result of that fraudulent insurance claim. How can it be that you will just take the card and use the money for yourself only, whereas the money is in your own account? How can that be?
You know, Mr. Chabalala, that's a very good question. And also you should be asking a question like, how can it be that you've stayed away from your family for 2 years and without talking to them? So I have made terrible, terrible decisions, like I said, and I regret every single one of them, because the truth is, I would not like to be sitting in a seat where I'm sitting right now, but I am. And because of the mistakes and the bad decisions that I've made. And one of those decisions was also taking away the card, and I did that.
To the benefit of yourself only and nobody else, not your kid, not the 2 kids, the 2 girls? You know that prisoner material is at evidence.
Yes.
Last my Lord. Mr. Mahlangu, I would like to put it to you that as much as you're claiming that you're genuinely remorseful for your actions, your word of mouth and your actions speak louder than words. I honestly do not see any of small iota in your heart that shows that you are remorseful. Instead, all you want to do here, you would like the court, as you pointed out earlier, to be lenient.
Mr. Chabalala said, with due respect, I don't know if, and I don't know how to see a heart, but I know when I speak from my heart, I say I'm genuinely sorry. And unfortunately the unfortunate thing is that you never really get to spend time with me, get to understand the person that I am. And if by whatever that I'm saying, you still feel I'm saying whatever that I'm saying so that I can get a lenient sentence, that's not true. Even if I get a life sentence, the truth is that I would have cleared my conscience. That's the only reason why. If it does not seem sincere to you, then I cannot force it to be like
This evidence that you have just mentioned, did you discuss it with additional?
No, sir.
So wasn't even aware that you see whatever it is?
Not aware because I haven't spoken to her since.
Yeah, I've seen her pre-sentence report. And she repeats the same version that I seriously repeat with you on this.
Okay.
So you are saying you never discussed this with her?
No, I did not. And also I would assume that if we had discussed it, probably she would have changed maybe her version as well to cater for whatever that I said to her. But I did not discuss it, not even with my counsel.
So why didn't you discuss with her counsel?
Because I felt that if I discussed it with, I talk about it with her, and then she has been my counsel throughout, and then now if I disclose something like this to her, it might be something that can be damning to her career. So I'd rather not. As it is, there's so many people that I have tainted and hurt, and I would rather not she be one of those people that she was working with me and affected her career.
Before I came here, I was on that side. I was recording. I'll receive particular instruction from time. Then I'll go with that question. After some time, the client will see that there's no way out. Mr. So-and-so, please let me change and I'll do that. And then that cannot end my career or reputation as a person. Because I'm a creature of instructions as legal counsel. What I'll do, I'll inform the court that there's a change. And then we agree on certain admissions. And that is not even ethical misconduct. It's a right thing to do. Why do you not take your counsel into confidence and say, I've got this to discuss with you? I like taking her by surprise.
And I'm sorry about that. Like I said to you, sir, when I initially started talking, there's once you are arrested, there's certain conversations that we have with the inmates and also with the police sometimes. And then I then ask questions, certain specific questions. And then people will then give you advices 1, 2, 3. And then unfortunately some of the advices that I was given has also led into some of the terrible decisions that I've made. But also some have actually helped me. So in this instance, I just thought to myself that I don't want to get to a space where I'm going to talk myself out of doing what I'm doing. Because this is not the first time where I thought about coming out and just telling the truth as it is. But because of every time there'll always be somebody that just says to me, listen man, don't give up. It seems like you're just throwing the ball now. Don't give up, just keep going, keep going. But the truth is, you keep going and you keep going, but you never have peace with yourself. So that's the reason why I ended up doing this. Nothing else we are trying to get with this.
Well, this is a religion, in case you want to.
Oh, okay, let's leave that way. Thank you. So, you are enjoying yourself?
No, not.
Yes, Mr. Mbeki.
Thank you very much. But not, I would like to call the students to the stage.
We have to talk to you.
I have a copy of the agenda. I believe the press report was.
My report is not good. You are missing pages. But let me tell you from you. I can hear you.
I am Lerato Mahlangu.
Elias.
Lerato, yes.
Elias, what?
Mahlangu.
Yes, you can take a seat if you like. But please raise up your voice so that everyone will hear. Yes, Mr. You have Yes, Mr.
Thank you, my lord. Ms. Tunzi, may you please. Where are you employed? Tell us where are you employed?
Where are you employed? Are you absent minded? What's the problem? You can't get here.
It was the truth that kills.
What?
It's called the truth that kills.
I don't forget about those two. Your hunger is what we believe in this man. Forget about the truth. Where are you employed? That's the question.
I'm employed in the Department of Social
Social development.
And where are you based?
I'm based in the regional office in Pretoria.
What is your occupation? What is your occupation?
I'm the probation officer.
What do you in a probation officer?
And for how long have you been a professional officer?
Probation officer.
I've been a probation officer for 13 years and 2 months.
Alright, the probation officer for 13
And with 7 years experience in the field of social work.
Alright, Papelini Jarati 7 and Moflini social worker.
And what qualifications do you possess?
What qualifications have you?
I have a BA degree in social work.
I also have a BA degree for social worker.
Where did you obtain this? Your degree?
Degree.
In English.
I obtained it at the University of the Western Cape in 2005.
I report to the University of the Western Cape, I had 2005.
Yes. Did you conduct any interviews with accused number 2?
The government was already people
Yes, I did.
And to compile the report to that effect.
The government report to input saying how it's already produced one of the market obey.
Yes, sir.
And did you sign that report?
What is now I sign how it's
Yes, I did.
I sign it.
How many sections do you have today?
Only session take I do not fast.
I had to do.
Only session take pay.
When was that?
It
It was, the first one was from the 18th of December 2024.
Ariane Shalika, that's the 18th of December, 2024.
The second one was yesterday.
Ariane made it more one. That's a 27. That is 27. 27.
Now, after the second session, did you compile additional agenda to the report?
Kamura wa session ya hao mtu fata kubedi. Kabla usiloweza report ya mapatla leta for report ya hao ya.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Thank you, but before I proceed, I can
Is there any objection?
no objection. Thank you. Now I want you to take us to page 14 of the press report.
Pakofareko page 14 the hard of the hao ya.
And deal with paragraph 11. Can you read that into the report?
Share paragraph 11. Paula Leona.
Page 14,
Page 14.
paragraph 11.
Yes.
Paragraph 11, physical and psychological aspects. The accused confirmed that she was diagnosed with severe depression.
Please raise your voice, Mr. Can you hear you? Your mind is not progressive. It's not going to assist you to read it. It's just here for the purposes.
The accused confirmed that she was diagnosed with severe depression, and she also suffers from a disease called systematic lupus erythematosus, SLE. She confirmed that she receives treatment for these conditions and sleeping tablets daily. She further stated that she became sick at the correctional facility and was admitted at California Hospital from 2 to 6 December 2024. According to the accused, she was told that some of her organs are not fully functional and one of her kidneys was swollen. She was discharged with medication. She was given another date in January 2025 to visit the hospital. Ms. Mashiko also confirmed this information.
Social worker tsa go lebala mo page 14 paragraph 11 mapele le tlhatlhobo tsa ngaka e rileng le yona physical and psychological aspects mo wa tlhalosa go moatlofatswa go tlhalosa go dumetse se se latela gona se go tlhalosa ya ka motho o na le bolwetse bo le depression gape gape le bolwetse bo bona go latela wa go tsamaisa systematic lapsus and lupus as SLE like cancer conditions that they develop means a heart select treatment ya high ya bolwetse bo ga ba le dipilisi tsa go bala a tla pele a tlhalosa gape gape o tlile go lwala a nka mo tlase ga correctional facilities ga ba fetsa ba mo tsile go sepetlele sa go kala fong ba tla ba tlinka go ga tsatsi la 2 tsa pele ga December go fitlhela ka letsatsi la 6 ka ga pele ga December ka jara ga 2024 a re mabapile ke motofatsa o tlhase se latela go le na dipokeng sa hae ga di sa shuma ga sa bereka pila and ga ba le dikidney tsa hae di rokhile la tlhalosa se lo go discharge ba mo fa ditlhare go sepetlele ba mo discharge and ba go le letsatsi le lengwe la gore ba tle a bole ka lona ka pele ga January ka jara ka 2025 ra wela gape ko sepetlele le mme mashiko le la sele a dumela mapele information ka ba letsebe yona.
Okay. Now I want you to go to page 15. Let's go to paragraph 12. The analysis.
Bakoba official of the year page 15, share paragraph 12.
Paragraph 12, assessment. The accused is a first offender who was convicted of serious and violent offences that result in minimum sentence legislation. The accused was not honest and not willing to provide a true version of the offences to the probation officer. She denies that she actively participated in the planning and execution of the offences and the vital role she played.
Paragraph 12, page 15, the assessment. My assessment o le menageng ke mapele le diketso tsa ka pele se a se direng ya tlhalosa gape gape rona wena ga zanta o bolela nnete gape ka sa ikemisetsa go tlhalisa ditlhanto la gape ba sa ikela ga o tlhalosa rona o amega yang mo tabeng e ga ntse o ntse le probation officer gape go tlhalosetsa rona wa hana gore o tletse karolo mo kgetseng yona e gape mo tswelesa gape
The accused does not regret her actions and does not show remorse nor take full responsibility for the offense. She does not admit guilt and refuses to be honest about the vital role that she played in making sure that the offenses succeeded.
Mo tlhalosa gape gore motofatso ga bontshe go itshola and gape ga bontshe a le maswadi mapele se a se dirileng gape ga tseye maikarabelo mapele se a se dirileng gape na sa dumele gore ena o molato mapele se a se dirileng gape o gane go bolela nnete wa karolo ya gae e e bapala mapele le go etsa molato.
Okay, now, when you were interacting with the accused number 2, how was he living?
Ga le o le sa mo motofatso go le se mo sa gae se bona na se ya mapele maitshwaro a gae.
She was very emotional and was crying. That was the first interview that I had. That was the first interview that I had. On the second one,
that was on the 13th of December.
Yes,
Did you inquire for where was crying? And why was he in the execution?
yes, I did.
And what did she say?
She said she was very hurt about this whole thing.
Because he was only convicted.
She did not say.
Yeah, but we are saying the accused does not regret action, does not show any remorse, does he fully responsibility. This happened on the day.
Yes.
So when she was crying, why was she crying? Is it not because of the wrongful conviction, or what is the position?
I did not dig much.
Because she gave you a version of events, and she says she was not ready. Is it not so?
Yes.
So why was she crying? What happened?
She said she was hurting. The one that I had with her yesterday, she appeared very worried and frustrated. And I even told her that this does not look because the offenses that she has committed are very serious.
Now, during your first interaction, she appeared to be nervous.
She was just emotionally crying a
And she did not appear to be someone who was in fear of something.
No.
Her relationship with her sister.
Yes, my Lord, but not very much.
And what did she tell you?
If we check on page page 12,
What did she say?
I will read this out.
Yes.
As mentioned, the accused and the co-accused were married. They met and got married in 2018. They both had children from previous relationships. The couple stayed with the child of the accused. She was already in the care of the accused when they met. The accused stated that they had a good relationship and maintained open communication.
No, is it about their relationship with the husband?
Yes.
No, I'm not asking about the person who died.
Oh, I saw my What she told me, my Lord, was that on the 2nd of January 2022, her husband answered her phone while she was busy preparing it. Then when she came out, she could see that the facial expression was, he appeared very angry. And he said he asked about it, and he asked her about the call that she received from the accused, and she disclosed that she was back in a relationship with the deceased. As long as but she did not go further into when did they start and how is their relationship.
At the time of this telephone call, she indicated to you that she was in a relationship with the deceased.
Yes, she said so, my Lord, and she said she even confirmed it to the husband.
Did she tell you that the child is the child of the deceased?
Yes, my Lord.
Yes, Mr.
Oh, thank you. Now let's go to yes, there is one.
Before that, who's Miss Mashiko?
Miss Mashiko is the paternal aunt of the accused.
So all this medical history that we obtained from accused, it was not verified from any medical records.
No.
Ora mo tsebo e lohle ka ofela yona e o ira ka mpofatso ha se e dinaka ha o bua.
Okay, now let's go to the addendum. And I want you to go to page 3, paragraph 6. That is concerning the minor child. 100% yes, the minor child. Can you check us through that report?
Okupala ba le paragraph 6 ya addendum wa hlalosa mapele bana o teng.
Paragraph 6, current circumstances of the minor child of accused two. Accused two confirmed that she has left her minor child in the care of her maternal family, as her paternal aunt was not at home and the house was locked on the day she went to the Lerato police station. 3 months after her arrest, she started to negotiate that the minor child be placed in the care of her paternal aunt, Miss Mashi. But this process was not successful.
Maemo a ngwana wa gago kana ba lefa go be di tlhalosa go teng go o tsitse fa go be ngwana wa gago mo tlogetse le family ya go gedi and hape mani ya gago last day le mo ba kana tela go tshwara and ile go red hat police station ka ba itse house go go gore ba se simolla di mediswano sa gore ngwana a ye go mani ya gago o le tlhaloseng kana mme mashifu ba fela process e ga so tswele pele ka ga so fetse.
She was assisted by the social worker from the correctional services. She is aware that the minor child is still in the care of the maternal family and that both the maternal family and paternal family work together towards the caring of the child.
And I feel social worker correctional services mo tla se mo teng gore wa itse gore ngwana hao o go family ya bo mama hao ba fela wa process family ya bo mama hao le papa hao di tsena di tse di sa tsang di le ka gore di tsie di tswele pele le go tlhokomela ngwana.
The probation officer had a telephonic consultation on 27 January 2025 with Ms. Anna Kirin, who is the daughter of the maternal aunt of accused, who is Elizabeth Moore. As per Ms. Kirin, the minor child is in the care of Ms. Moore at 528 Block in Soshanguve.
Ya ba probation officer e tla sentse go teng gore na ile di isang ba puiswana le ka tsatsi le 27 tsa ga January ka mo jareng ke ga 2025 le mme ana le re o wa tlhalose go ngwana o na le bona ba fela ngwana ga go fatsana le bona ba fela ba le bo Miss Elizabeth Moyo ya lo gore mme re mo tlhalositse go ngwana o le go mo tla sa ke ka ba mo tla se ha ma a Moyo o Soshanguve ko Block W on number 528.
Ms. Leremi only takes the minor child in her care when she is off from work. During school holidays, the child visits the paternal aunt of the accused, Ms. Mashi. Ms. Leremi stated that the minor child is doing grade 6 at Sibusiso Primary School and her academic performance was good the previous academic year. The current academic year has just started and she cannot confirm how is she progressing academically. The child appears happy at school.
Mele le mo tlhalositse gore ngwana ena ba yo mo tlhokomela fela he a le go me go tirong ya gae a ba pele di school ka school holidays ngwana o na le tshela ba le go ba la go ge mo le mashiko mele le mo tlhalositse ha gore ngwana o le go dira grade 6 dira grade 6 bise ka go dira grade 6 ko school bise ko CEO ka primary school ha ba be o mapile ni tutu tsa gae go ka sentle le ka tsa ka fifili mana ke le sentle ya go ka gore e se jaga ke na se ka le simolotse ha so itse go ngwana o dira ya mo school mapile ni tutu
tsa hae mara empa fela o shebagala a thabile ngwana ka sona.
Okay, before you go further, did you ever have any connection with the child?
Pele o ka ya kgakala o ka ba se le kgona go bela le ngwana kapa a bona dithabi le yena. No. Tara o wa so le ngwana.
According to Mr. Remy, the minor child is at times speaking a lot and distant from other people. The death of her father, deceased, and the arrest of her mother accused affects and has traumatized her. She knows that the minor child loves her mother very much and has a very good and close relationship with her. She knows that she needs a mother at her young age and understands that no one will replace her mother no matter what they might attempt. She feels that if the minor child continues visiting her mother, accused her, she will at least be happy because whenever she visits her mother, she comes back home sharing her happiness and the jokes that they shared. She further stated that the maternal family I'm sorry, Worship, you have to remove they there. They agreed that accused who is the biological mother of the minor child and therefore has a final say on where the minor child might be placed.
A re go ya ka mmele re mo tlhalositse gore ngwana o le o monyane ka nako ka dinako tse dintsi o bona o dula a le kgakala le batho mme gape lesu la ga tata gae gape le o tshwarwa ga gago wena o netefatsa bobedi go kgetsana a le traumatized a bapana le trauma go yena and a re ngwana o le o monyane wa itse gore ene a o rata yalo ka magawa a go thata ene gape le na le kutlwano ena le yena gape le utlwana thata o feletse pele a tlhalosa gape wa itse gore ngwana o le ka nako mo dijareng tse tsa gae tse nnyane tseo ke mo o tlhokang thata ene o tlhaloganya gore wena gantsi ngwana o a ipona o tšhaketse kgona a ka tla a boa a tlhalosa dikgang tsa rona tse le tsona ene gape a bona a na le letlhabo gape wa itse gape o tshwanetse pele gape a tlhalosa ba itse gape le wena mme wa ga ngwana o mo re mo tswetse gape ba itse ngwana o le wena o na le finance ya gore